Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where that is not the button that activates the video. There we go. That's more like it. We are currently thinking about attacking the Belmacosa Enforcers. They're one of the two remaining powers in the galaxy, that being the Allied Interlinked Systems and the Belmacosa Enforcers, and I suppose ourselves. I wasn't counting myself in those two. The three, really. There are the Marish Watchers over here. Are they still at war? They are. Okay, I think they're losing that war. Actually, we can see. Let's see. Attacker is losing. Yep. Okay. There's also some people like the Progenitors over here and things like that, but they're not really big players. At this point, the Belmacosa are probably the best ones to go for. Their fleet power is inferior compared to ours. Their tech is superior, but that should be fine. We're going to prepare for a war on them. We're not quite there yet, but we'll get ready for it. We'll get an energy nexus built in here. And otherwise, that all looks good. So as far as the planning for this war goes, just thinking here about how are we going to attack this area. The only way in is via this or jump driving over here. Okay. They've also got quite a lot of little exclaves out here. And that's going to be awkward for us. For sure. Like, a lot of little areas over here. There's no way we're going to get access through the Euthonians or the Yon. I believe once... Well, they are receptive to us. Once our truce wears out. Which, that's going to wear out soon enough. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to think about that. We are currently constructing a mining station over here. Yeah, that's fine as well. And our armies are good to go. So I think we should start moving our fleets into position. I'm going to send the First Fleet and the First Federation Fleet to Tanafir. I'm going to keep the Third Federation Fleet at Terminal Egress, as it was before, to control use of the L-Gate. The Second Federation Fleet and the Second Fleet can come down to Vimas. The Fifth Fleet and the Third Fleet, I suppose, could come down to Central Processing and clean this up. And then the Fourth Fleet is still being worked on. So we'll just continue to reinforce that for now. That'll be fine. And where are we going to send them? Perhaps out over here if we can figure out a way to get there easily. Or perhaps up here. This is, after all, where the Belmacosan capital is, right here. So that's definitely something to think about. Now, we are working our way up on these star fortresses, and that's great. We can build additional anchorages here, as well as a naval logistics office, and I suppose we can build a resource silo there. And then we have a resource silo that we can queue up here as well. I want to check all of these anchorages to make sure that they are as good as they can be. I mean, we could put in, like, hydroponic space and stuff, but for right now, I'm not too interested in doing that. I just want to make sure that these have... We're in trade hubs now. I just want to make sure that these have all that they can. Okay, so defense-wise, I mean, we definitely could use more defense platforms. There's no doubt about that. That's going to require alloys. And that's something that we don't have in a huge surplus right now. The Yon Company is angry at us, but we'll recall this guy to Earth for some retraining. Okay. Sounds good. So how much do we actually need to max out the Third Fleet? 13,000. That's really not that much. So I'll be pretty happy with that, I think. Wait, did that say 1,012? 1,012. That doesn't feel right. Oh, because of the Federation fleets. Right. Right, okay. That feels more correct. More correct, but at the same time, not entirely correct, because our Juggernaut should be 32. Huh. I guess we'll find out what it's actually going to be. We're going to continue to reinforce the 4th Fleet, of course, and our construction ship is still building over here. We are, however, at a critical loss of energy credits. And that's something that we should do something about. Temporarily, I'm just going to sell off a few rare crystals here, just to boost our energy credits for now. I'm not convinced that that's where we're going to want them to be, but I think the big part of the reason why this is because we left orbit, and so we are no longer getting those benefits. And so this is probably mostly just ships, and that's increased by 21% because of our naval cap. So what we really need right now is to bring up our naval cap a bit to deal with our energy credits, and we're working on that with these 4 stations. They're a ways away from their star fortress, but that's fine. We can queue up a single anchorage in each of them for now, although I'm not going to. I want these to remain as they are. We have a timed project, but that's bugged, and so we're not going to do that. And the 4th Fleet is going to require additional reinforcements. We are building cruisers right now, although we're going to get battleships soon as well. Destroyers. We're working on destroyers soon. We need 1 more battleship, and then we need... This one doesn't have a Titan, does it? This is the one that does not have a Titan. Right, this is the correct number of battleships, cruisers, destroyers, and corvettes. Gotcha. So all we need at this point are the destroyers for this. And those destroyers are going to cost about 8k in terms of alloys, so that is fine. I'm quite pleased with that. Let's check in on our megastructure construction over here in Beta Refuge. Let's see, that one's not going right now because we're lacking alloys for both of those. Okay, do we have any megastructures constructing right now? We don't. No megastructures constructing. That's not ideal, to be sure. Okay, so we're just going to build our research stations here, and then build our mining stations here. And then it looks like we can just head directly to Tadaska. Actually, we did want to head to Rasnum. I was thinking that we didn't want to head to Rasnum because there was nothing there, but we want to build something there. So yeah, we'll head out over there. What we're mostly lacking right now is alloys. So let's check our factory world over here. We should probably get ourselves some jobs with alloy nanoplants for right now. That'll be fine. This trade station here, this is actually a scientific station. We're going to do a research station, and these research districts are housing neutral. So we are simply going to build ourselves... We have a habitat administration. Can we build a research institute yet? No, that requires a central control. Okay, so we'll build a research lab there. Hello, console. That'll be fine. And we are going to check down through here. Okay, sounds good. We're on normal speed. You should bump that up to fastest. No wonder things feel slow. There we go. So we're definitely expecting these energy credits to continue to get worse for the... I was going to say foreseeable future, but it's not really even the foreseeable future. For the next little while. Which is one of the reasons why I'm not interested in attacking the Belmacosa exactly yet. We'll get there. We will definitely get there. I would like to get more alloys. I think I'm just going to dump a bunch of consumer goods right now. And we're going to buy in a few alloys. Not more than that. That'll be fine. And we're going to use those to reinforce this fleet. Like so. So you can see here, that's a lot of destroyers being built, but really, that's almost all of the destroyers. Next month tick, we'll be able to build one more, maybe two. We don't need many more than that. So that's great. And we're expecting this number to continue to get worse on the energy credit front. So that'll be fine. On the next month tick, we will get our final destroyer, I think. Yep, fleet is at full strength. Perfect. So we need to start construction on a mega structure as soon as we can. That'll be as soon as we're done building these over here. We will get started on that immediately, assuming that we have the minerals. But this is a trade station here currently. Do we want it to remain a trade station? Honestly, kind of yeah. I think that's exactly what we want. But here's the question. Do we want to use trade districts or commercial zones? Trade districts are housing negative. Or we can use habitation districts and building commercial zones, which I think is the better way to go. We'll do the same thing here. This will be a commercial zone. And that'll be fine. This one is flagged as a research station, and it will remain as such. We will build a research lab, but we're also going to need a habitation district here. Only one. As soon as we can. This factory world still requires a job. I feel like we fixed this. Maybe it had a pop growth. Well, we can build a civilian industry. I suppose that would be fine. There we go. Excellent. We're getting close to finishing up our star fortresses over here. Only 250 days away. So that is wonderful. Yeah, 1032. That's more like what I expected our numbers to be at. Good. So the 4th fleet is probably going to hit through the L gate, is my guess. And that'll be fine. As soon as we're done constructing this station, we'll give an order for... Oh, hello. We lost a scientist. Our physics researcher. None of these are particularly useful. But I guess that's fine.
Construction complete.
Okay. The Dixa starbase finished its construction queue. That's nice. And the Europa station will finish its soon enough. You can see here that our naval cap has come up. But our maintenance cost has come up as well. Increased by 25% currently. We get a 5th Titan. We get a 5th Titan. Do we care?
Construction complete.
I think for now, we're going to say no. But that is available. Okay. So the Orinoco is now on its way up over here. Let's go ahead and give it orders to build a mega structure. And the mega structure that we want... We've already got a sentry array. I think that we want... The only one we don't have is the Mega Art installation, isn't it? Other than the Dyson Sphere and the... And the matter decompressor. Yeah, so we will need the Mega Art installation, and we'll just put that over here. Excellent. So that will be underway, and we're going to need to continue to upgrade our sentry array.
Scientific breakthrough.
But we'll have the alloys for that quite soon. Minerals from jobs is okay, I guess. But let's instead go for defense platform damage. That'll be fine. And these will finish their upgrade in just 50 days. 60 days. Sounds good. Naval Logistics Office finishing up. 833 to... It didn't update. Okay. That's interesting.
Construction complete.
Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. Maybe I missed the actual update on it. It's possible. There was an autosave at the same time. So, who knows? And we are then going to queue up exactly what we need over here. Which is, of course, going to be 6 anchorages, as well as a naval logistics office and a resource silo. No. But they're going to vote for it anyway. We're going to vote for, or rather, we are going to build anchorages. I vote for building anchorages. Perfect. We're going to build a naval logistics office and resource silo. And then anchorages. And a naval logistics office and a resource silo. That'll be good for now.
Breakthrough achieved.
And the same thing over here. Perfect. Army damage has finished up. We can grab more admin cap, and I'm okay with that. I grabbed the wrong thing there. That was fleet command limit. We don't necessarily want that. Admin cap is what we want. Wonderful.
Construction complete.
Okay, so we will proceed over here, and we're at 833, and so we're wildly over our admin cap. But you can see this has come down by 2%. In terms of our maintenance cost increase. So that's great. We're going to continue to work on that. This is going to be, what, 36 per? So 36 times 4. That's a pretty decent chunk of naval cap, honestly. We'll take it. We're up to 8.8k in terms of our alloys at this point. And so we're going to, not this month's tick, but next month's tick, be able to continue working on our mega structures. That's wonderful. Now we're at 837 here. So we're just going to let that continue to tick away. I don't want to look at Wegamore right now. Okay, so we're at 21% on our Mega Art installation site. We'll get our Sentry aerials building. There we go. And of course, we do still have additional ring worlds to construct over here. Let's go ahead and check in on our colonies. This factory world still requires a job. Okay. Are Tazikians incapable of working higher level jobs? Hang on a moment. Tazikians. Well, actually, what we really want is species here, I think. So, Tazikians. We'll sort by name. Tazikians. They're avian. Continental preference. They have residence rights. Which means what exactly? They're free but less important politically, and the species cannot produce leaders. Okay. They can definitely be higher level workers, though. But there are no jobs available, so I guess those jobs just kind of were eaten by the void. I've done several upgrades here this episode, and there's always one worker unemployment. Okay, well, this tech world definitely does need jobs as well, and this agri world needs jobs. I would like to replace this research lab with a hydroponics farm, except that that won't be jobs positive, that'll be jobs neutral. So we're just going to upgrade that, I guess. That'll be fine. Not super happy with it, but it'll have to do. We're up to 848 naval cap now, and our maintenance cost is now increased by 21%. So that's great. And our Empire Sprawl is improving a lot as well. However, I should note, our capital world is complete, and I actually resettled a pop out of here off camera. Resettled them onto Sirius Prime, so maybe that's the problem. But there's nothing else really that we can do here. In terms of getting more jobs anyway. We can replace the Hall of Judgment, perhaps. That wouldn't necessarily be great, though. Are we currently running... Yeah, there's a branch office from the Yawn Company in here. That makes more sense. Well, they aren't actually producing crime, I don't think. What do we have for crime jobs? 99 just from pops. So we can drop some of our enforcers.
Incoming transmission.
Interesting. We're out of energy credits, and we definitely need to do something about that. And so we shall. We're going to just sell off some volatile motes for right now. We are working on this energy credit deficit, but we're not quite to the point of being able to deal with it yet. So that is fine for now. Now, we want all of these to be not in an efficient orbit right now. This is by design. I want to make sure that we're doing fine economically when they're not in that orbit. Our maintenance cost has dropped to 19% increase, so that's good. But we have more work to do on that front, for sure. Look at this. We've upgraded the civilian replicomplexes. Does that not actually give additional... It doesn't give additional jobs in this version of Stellaris. It just makes the metallurgists that are there more efficient. Got it. That's the problem. Okay. So what else do we want to potentially put on this world? I mean, we would need something that's fairly jobs efficient, right? Admin offices? We could do that temporarily anyway, until we come up with a better idea. This research station requires a job, and that's a very obvious one to build. We could actually build the Research Institute here, and so we shall. Fantastic. How are we doing on our construction over here? 44% done with the Mega Art installation site. Okay, what's going on here? Are the Belmacosa fighting the Boki again? They are. Or still, actually. That's still. That's the same war. Okay. They're now considered pathetic to us. So that's a thing. Well, our maintenance cost is improving. Contraband has been seized on Procyon Prime, which actually nets us 100 additional alloys. We'll take that. We can definitely use more alloys. Yeah, the Belmacosa are taking this over, which is fine by me. They can do that if they want. Energy credits from jobs would be tremendously good right now. So we're going to grab that. Fantastic. Checking our colonies again. This tech world requires jobs. It's got quite a lot of crime. Like a whole lot of crime. We don't have a governor here. We're going to put in this governor. And that will help. Yeah, crime minus 25. But that's still not good. Let's go ahead and do a anti-crime campaign. That drops it down to 0. Perfect. Okay. So we do, of course, still need a job here. And this is a tech world. So we're going to put in a research complex. Wonderful.
We have established a new planetary base.
Indeed we have, and this ring world needs a gene clinic. There we go. Wonderful. So we definitely have a bit of an energy credit crisis right now. But we can deal with that. That's not a big deal. Occupied by the Marish Watchers. Okay, yeah, so there's some messiness going on over there for sure. We're going to activate the Surveyor. That gives us +5 society research on Ebermakis. We'll queue up grabbing that after we've finished the Mega Art installation site. And that will be fine. How long on our Sentry Array? Still 700 days. Okay. So I think at this point, we're currently net neutral on exotic gases. That's something to note. But I think at this point, what we need to do is we need to get our energy credits crisis solved before we can go to war. So I think that is the goal of the next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.